Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to install designers for SSIS, SSAS, and SSROS. In older versions like Visual Studio 2015, the designers are usually incorporated when you install SQL Server Data Tools, which is incorporated into Visual Studio. Now, Microsoft has changed how all this works. For 2019, SQL Server Data Tools does not have its own standalone installer. You have to include it into Visual Studio 2019 as a workload. With older versions of SQL Server Data Tools like 2015, the way to incorporate the designers is to include it during the installation of SQL Server Data Tools. In older versions of Visual Studio, for example, Visual Studio 2015, the way to access the designers is via the Business Intelligence templates. For 2019 Visual Studio, the way to install the designers is via extensions in Visual Studio 2019. Extensions are code packages that run inside Visual Studio, and they provide new or improved features for Visual Studio. So I will be installing these designers via Visual Studio extensions. And the extensions are called SQL Server Integration Services Projects, Microsoft Reporting Services Projects, and Microsoft Analysis Service Projects. I've just opened up Visual Studio 2019. To access the extensions option, I'm going to click on this link that says continue without code, and that will open up Visual Studio. So inside Visual Studio, we've got the extensions menu. Make sure you have access to the internet. So I'll click extensions and then click manage extensions, and that will launch the extensions page. So it's trying to load. So within the extensions here, you've got a search bar. So this is where you can search for the extension you want. The first extension I've searched for, the first extension I'm going to install is SQL Server Integration Services Project. So I'm going to click on that and just click on the download button, and that will download the extension. The first extension has completed the download. That's it here. The second extension I want to download is Microsoft Reporting Services Project. So I'm going to click on the download button to begin the download. The extension has completed. If you see, there is a warning here saying your changes will be scheduled. So what happens for this particular extension is that once I have closed Visual Studio, it will start to download this extension. The final extension I want is this Microsoft Analysis Service Project. So I'm going to click on the download button. For this extension as well, it says here your changes will be scheduled. So now I've downloaded the three extensions. So I'm going to close out of this manage extensions box, and I'm going to exit Visual Studio. So I click file and I click exit. So once I exit Visual Studio, the installation should begin for the extension. So you can see I've closed Visual Studio, so it's trying to install the extensions. If you get this user account control warning, just click yes to that. Next thing you need to do is click on the modify button, which indicates that you agree with the above license and the installation of any prerequisites. So just click modify, and that will begin the installation. Visual Studio has been modified to include the two extensions. I'm just going to click to close this installer. This is the download for the SSIS extension. So I'm just going to double click on this. You are presented to select a language for the installation. You can click on the drop down and then just select the appropriate language for yourself. I'm going to leave the default and click OK, and then I'll click on the next button. This extension is going to be installed into Visual Studio Community Edition 2019. I'm going to click on the install button, and I'm going to click yes to this user account control The setup has completed, so I'm just going to click to close out of the setup screen. To access the designer templates we have installed as extensions, so I'm going to click on the link to create a new project. So I'm just going to type in integration, and you can see here just by trying to type that, it gives us the different templates. So this is the integration services project template. You can see here it says new because I've just added it. So this is going to contain the designer for SSIS. To search for the SSAS templates, I'm just going to type AN for analysis services. So we can see here we've got some templates here for analysis services that we can use for designing SAS related stuff. To search for the SSROS templates, I'm just going to type in reporting. As you can see here, we've got some templates here for SSROS designer. So these are templates that can be used to design SSROS projects. In this video, I showed you how to install designers for SSIS, SSAS, and SSROS. Thank you for watching.